Good evening and welcome to our 2026 Youth of the Year celebration. My name is Wendy Juarez and I'm a proud alum of the Kennewick Clubhouse Ergies Family Branch and the 2022 Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton and Franklin County's Youth of the Year. Youth of the Year is America's premier leadership and recognition program for club teens. Each year, thousands of teens across the country participate in local, state, and regional Youth of the Year events. At Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin Counties, high school members from our community clubhouses in Kennewick, Pasco, and Prosser participate in the Youth of the Year program each winter, with staff members closely mentoring each teen throughout the process. Through the Youth of the Year program, high school teens learn valuable life skills that transcend their time at the club. Teens strengthen their communication skills through essays, speeches, and in-person interviews. They improve their leadership skills through service projects and volunteerism. They deepen their advocacy skills as they find their voice by discovering and standing up for what they believe in. Throughout the process, teens develop and grow their ability to be a stronger leader for tomorrow. This year, we had 20 incredible local teens participate in Youth of the Year. That's more teens than we've ever had participate at the local level. Participating in Youth of the Year program helped me develop the confidence and the resilience to aspire to want more for myself and to refuse to become a product of my environment. The program provided the motivation I needed to pursue personal growth and to serve as a positive example for the youth who come after me. Throughout the Youth of the Year process, I learned to appreciate the opportunities presented to me and to build meaningful, lasting connections with individuals from diverse backgrounds. With the guidance and support of the Boys and Girls Club, I have achieved several important milestones. I graduated from Kennewick High School in 2023 and from Columbia Basin College in 2025 with a degree in business. Additionally, I've been employed at GISA for over a year and a half and have served as a softball coach at Kennewick High School for the past 2 years. Okay, well, I guess tonight is not about me. Tonight's Youth of the Year celebration is an opportunity for us to honor and recognize some of our outstanding club members. Every day during the school year, more than 1,000 teens and kids walk through the doors of our clubs to participate in programs led by our dedicated staff. Last year, more than 4,200 members enrolled in club programs across our 29 club sites, including more than 1,000 teens. As an organization, we are proud to serve so many youth as we work to fulfill our mission, to empower all young people, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. Tonight, we've come together as staff, family members, board members, donors, and community supporters who are committed to serving youth. Thank you for being here. Let's give this passionate group, that's all of you guys, a round of applause for making such a strong impact in our community. Your support means that kids and teens in our community can participate in world-class club programs in a safe place, led by supportive adults. Thanks to you, youth have a place to develop their skills, grow into great leaders, have fun, and belong. Tonight, we are proud to have 3 outstanding teens representing club sites from across our organization as our 2026 Youth of the Year finalists. Please give some love to Hader from Kennewick Clubhouse, Noah from our Prosser Clubhouse, and Robert from our Pasco Clubhouse. All 3 finalists have been working hard over the few months, writing speeches and essays and sharing how the club has made a positive impact on their lives and how they plan to make a difference in our community and beyond. Earlier this month, our Youth of the Year finalists and runners-up joined other Youth of the Year participants from Boys and Girls Clubs of Thurston County, Boys and Girls Club of Lewis County, and Boys and Girls Club of the Columbia Basin at the Lazy F Camp and Retreat Center in Ellensburg for our annual Youth of the Year retreat. To tell us a little more about this powerful weekend experience, please help me welcome Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin County's CEO, Brian Ace.
So, Youth of the Year retreat. I'm excited to get to share just a bit of a staff reflection on what it's like to go on our Youth of the Year retreat. So, many years ago, we decided to become more serious as an organization to invest in teens, meaningful programs for teens, dedicated staff for teens, dedicated space for teens. And part of that was an important transition. It was taking our Youth of the Year program from a sense of being a competition to instead being a sense of a program that develops young people, a program that invests in young people, a program that gives young people experiences that allow them to grow and thrive. So we had an experiment that we did. The first one of these was way back in 2013. And it's kind of fun. Sitting with me tonight are some great friends of ours, Cindy and Terry Presler. The first Youth of the Year retreat was actually at their cabin in the middle of winter with a whole lot of snow, and we had 3 participants for that first Youth of the Year retreat. Now, fast forward to this year at Lazy F Camp in partnership with 4 other organizations. You know, if someone knows Deidre or Megan, how many youth did we have at Youth of the Year retreat this year between all those? 4? Over 30. Over 30. So it goes all the way from starting with 3 teens to 30 teens. And I get the luxury every year of being able to go and be part of the Youth of the Year retreat. We're going to show you a video here in a second about it, but let me tell you a bit first about my experience at the Youth of the Year retreat. I get a chance to sit back and just get a chance to meet some of our teens, hear their story, and do a lot of watching them interact, watching them grow, watching them be challenged. And I'll tell you what I observe. So if you're anything like me, you can sometimes get caught looking at the news or social media, and it can be discouraging. We live in complicated times. And sometimes I get discouraged about the future that we're leaving for my children. But when I sit there at Youth of the Year retreat, I see some very important things when we talk about today's teenagers. I see teens that are willing to meet new people, to give them the benefit of the doubt, and to start by assuming positive intent and creating relationships that way. I saw that throughout the weekend. I see young people that their first reaction is to encourage somebody, to build them up, to speak words of affirmation into them, whether they've known them for 5 years or 5 hours. And it's amazing to see. I see young people that are willing to be vulnerable, to share their story, because they believe that by sharing their story, there are other young people that may have experienced those same things. And their story can be a piece of healing and a piece of connection. I leave that weekend, my favorite weekend of the year, reminded that our future is bright, and it's bright because we have teenagers, high schoolers, that are willing to see the world as a beautiful place and to take hard steps to treat people with dignity and respect and love and compassion. And I wish all of you could join me and have that same experience. Let's show you a little video so you can see some of the highlights from this year's Youth of the Year retreat.
Thank you for that, Brian. It looks like retreat was so much fun. I'm a little jealous that the snow did not let me attend the retreat. Is there somewhere I can sign up to run for Youth of the Year again? Youth of the Year is an incredible program, but it's just one of many leadership programs from the Boys and Girls Club. To share more about the powerful teen leadership development happening across our organization, please help me welcome our Pasco Clubhouse High School coordinator Richard Nunez, to the stage.
All right. Good evening. My name is Richard, and I've been the Pasco Clubhouse Teen Coordinator for 7 years. Over the years, I've watched so many club teens grow more confident and learn how to use their voices for change as they develop leadership, public speaking, advocacy, and interview skills through the Youth of the Year program. I love this program because it challenges teens to discover who they are and think critically about their lives. Questions like, how do I want to create change in my community? What is my story? How have I grown? And what role has the Boys and Girls Club played in that journey? Tonight, you will hear from 3 incredible teens. I encourage you to lean in and truly listen because their stories will move you, stay with you, and give you a deeper understanding of the impact made when we invest in young people. However, Youth of the Year is just one of the many incredible leadership programs across our organization. Every day, club staff empower youth to become great leaders by believing in them and giving them opportunities to thrive. You've probably heard us talk about a program called Keystone Club. Keystone provides high school teens with leadership, planning, and decision-making opportunities so they can contribute to their club and their community. Across our club sites, Keystone Clubs organize service projects to aid our community, build strong relationships with younger club members, and expand outreach to serve more local teens. All in all, Keystone teens are living out the change they want to see in their community, turning ideas into action. Through these programs, teens learn what it means to plan and make decisions that strengthen our community. As an advisor, I support them, but they get to take the lead. One of my favorite moments this past year was taking our teens on a service project to clean a women's shelter for survivors of domestic violence. During that trip, one of my Keystoners, Denise, came up to me and said something I'll never forget. She said, there are many incentives to being a part of Keystone. The opportunities, the trips across the country, even the occasional Dutch Bros run. But that's not why I do it, she said. She said, I do it because making a difference in my community has made an even greater difference in me. Moments like that remind us that giving isn't just about helping others. It teaches us that giving is better than receiving, and that when you give back, your community will give back to you more than you could ever imagine. These young people are becoming responsible, caring leaders. The youth we serve today will help shape the world of tomorrow. Boys and girls clubs across the country are saying, America needs club kids, and that's what we mean. These youth are going to make America and the world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. It takes a lot of work to put these events together, and support from our community is required to make our Youth of the Year program a reality. We are so thankful for the support we receive from amazing staff, club advocates, donors, and supporters. And we are deeply grateful for our longtime Youth of the Year program sponsor, Hanford Mission Integration Solutions. Because of your generous support, teens across our organization have greater access to this life-changing leadership youth development program. Your partnership and investment helps ensure that we have the staff and resources to help our teens on their journey toward a great future. Earlier this week, HMIS employees visited with our 3 Youth of the Year finalists at our administration office in Kennewick to help them refine their speeches and their personal stories about how the club has made a difference in their lives. Several HMIS employees also served as judges throughout our Youth of the Year process. Additionally, HMIS provided $500 to each youth to purchase new formal outfits for tonight's events so they could look and feel their absolute best. Now, we're proud to bring to stage Renee Brooks, HMIS Communications and Public Relations Director, to speak with us about why HMIS invests in our Youth of the Year program.
Good evening, everyone. It is my privilege to be here tonight on behalf of HMIS in celebrating the Youth of the Year and the incredible impact that clubs make in our community. At HMIS, we believe investing in young people is the key to building a stronger future in the Tri-Cities and across the nation. That's why we have proudly supported the Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton and Franklin counties for so many years now to help empower local youth to reach their full potential. When I first started with HMIS a little over 11 years ago, being a judge for this competition was one of the first things I got to do, and I did it kind of quietly for a couple of years. And then I made the mistake of talking about how great it was, and now we get lots of employees who get to be involved in that. And I always joke that it's, we'll hold an arm wrestling match or some sort of competition, maybe bid off the spots for that, because our employees just absolutely love the opportunity to serve as judges, mentors, and help guide through this program. So we know that the stories we hear tonight remind us that mentorship, leadership opportunities, and a safe place to learn and grow can change lives like the clubs do every day. Nola, Hadair, and Robert, know that you're friends at HMIS. We are all so incredibly proud of you. Everyone who's had the opportunity to meet each of you and all of the finalists have been talking nonstop about your strength, your tenacity, and all of the leadership skills you already possess. The courage it takes to share your stories, to share your dreams, your ambitions with us in this room. You're inspiring people that you don't even know that you're going to touch their lives. So congratulations to the three of you for all the hard work you have done to take this stage tonight. We're so proud of you. And on behalf of HMIS, thank you to the staff, the volunteers, and the fellow donors who make all of the club's work possible. We look forward very much to continuing this relationship with the Boys and Girls Club, and hope you all have fun tonight.
Thank you to everyone at HMIS for your continued support. Before we learn more about our three finalists, let's meet this year's runner-ups. This year, we had 20 incredible teens participate in the Youth of the Year process. Even though we can only name 3 as finalists, our 17 runners-up accomplished so much to be proud of. Let's hear from some of them.
I would describe the Youth of the Year program as a life-changing experience. It's something where you really learn a lot about yourself. For me, it was a lot of self-discovery about who I was, who I wanted to be, and more about my passions.
I would describe it as an opportunity to grow and know yourself better, and to experience an environment with other people and just get to know a lot of other people.
I have learned that confidence is really important to be able to be who you are. I personally was not always confident, but now I am proud to be myself.
I've learned more about myself than anything. I've learned about my future and who I want to be as a person.
I've learned my story, if I'm being honest. I don't know, I haven't been really asked seriously about my story, so I never got the chance to think it over until Youth of the Year, and it's really shown me how much I've grown and what I care about and how important the Boys and Girls Club really is to me.
What I have learned in this program is that how much I've really grown and what I'm truly capable of.
I attend the Boys and Girls Club because they give me great, awesome opportunities.
It has given me safety, and it has given me friends that won't let me give up on myself, and staff that are really caring about me.
It's my second family, and I love being there, and I have people that I can trust and I can tell them my feelings.
Just from being at home and just doing nothing, I'd rather be at the club and be out going to celebrations or learning something new. And it's really just kind of created a second home for me.
One thing I enjoy about attending the Boys and Girls Club is definitely going to see my friends, but not only that, just for the opportunities like the workforce readiness, field trips, learning what to do after school, after college.
When I'm there, I have someone to talk to. And when I feel alone and stuff, or I don't feel like outgoing, it's just like club is there for you.
When we have parties and go on late nights, yeah, because I'm the life of the party, yeah.
I have grown to see to seek more opportunities and like be more brave to like get out of my shell.
I've grown as a result of going to the club by like being more social, because when I used to not go, I was very shy and non-social, so I feel like they helped me get out of my comfort zone.
I've matured as a person within the club. I feel like the club has showed me so many ways to improve myself as a person.
I'm not as shy as I was, and I enjoy meeting new people now, and I wasn't like that before. I've always been scared of people, and Boys and Girls Club has honestly made me better, like, as a person.
Congratulations to all our runner-ups for their hard work and passion for the club. Last night, three of our finalists presented their speeches and went through interviews for their final judging process. Youth met at the Boys and Girls Club Administration Office to deliver their speeches and speak with judges about their club experience and how they plan to help others as a result of the skills they've learned and the experiences they've had at the club. We'd like to give a special thank you to our judges. Ryan Berto, Christopher Childers, Sarah Erkes, Howard Jensen, Leo Martinez, Leah Mays, Andy Miller, Cerise Peck, Lonnie Perrine, Jessica Ramirez, and Robert Rojas. Please join me in giving our judges a round of applause and help me welcome one of our judges and current board member, Jessica Ramirez, to share her perspective on the judging process.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jessica Ramirez, and I'm a board member at the Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin counties. I had the pleasure of judging the Youth of the Year competition for the first time this year. Like many of you here, I've been to many Boys and Girls Club events in the past, and I've seen the Youth of the Year give their speeches. However, it wasn't until this year that I realized that it was so much more than just a 3-minute speech. After judging the competition, it was apparent that these youth put in a lot of time and effort into their applications. They wrote essays and participated in a panel interview, fielding questions from all of the judges. I was extremely impressed with the professionalism and courage it took for these youth to present to the judges. Finalists, you should be very proud of yourselves. You all did an amazing job, and no matter today's outcome, you have already proven that you are leaders who will step forward, lift others up, and work toward a better future. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jessica. And now, without further ado, let's bring our first finalist. From our Kennewick Clubhouse, please welcome Hader.
Before I give out my speech, I want to thank you all for being here, and I want to thank God for giving everybody this opportunity of being here today. I want to give a big thanks to all of our staff members for making this possible and being here throughout all of our journey, my family, my friends, and everyone who was encountered in my life, supporting me and being here till today. And I want to give a big thanks to our judges and HMIS for being with the Boys and Girls Club and taking their time to pay attention to us and hear us all out throughout this whole journey. And I want to give a big thanks to everybody here tonight. Imagine a single rose growing in a wide, unpredictable garden. At first, it's just a small bud, easy to overlook, surrounded by taller plants and louder voices. The wind is harsh, the seasons are uncertain, and there are days when the rain feels endless. But even then, beneath the surface, something powerful is happening. Roots are growing deeper, strength is quietly forming, this rose is preparing to bloom. I am that rose. Every good experience in my life, the moments of laughter with family, the encouragement of real friends, and the lessons I learned in classrooms, youth groups, and at the club has been like sunlight and water from my soul. Each memory of support, every word of advice, every opportunity I've embraced has shaped one of my petals. My petals are my beauty, not just on the outside, but within. They show up in the way I care for my family, the way I lift up my friends, and the way I still believe in myself even when life gets hard. But every rose also has thorns. My thorns are the challenges I face, the days I skip school, the moments I struggle with addiction, and the times I felt lost, alone, or afraid. My thorns are the nights when my choices hurt my health, my progress, and my spirit. They represent the bad influences, the negative habits, and the mistakes that could have broken me. And yet, they didn't break me. They shaped me. My thorns are not there to shame me. They are there to protect me. They remind me how far I've come and what I will never go back to. They are my shield, warning the world. This rose has survived storms. This rose has fought to stand tall. This rose is not weak. Through the Boys and Girls Club, Keystone, Youth of the Year, college tours, service projects, and retreats, I have been learning to turn my pain into purpose. Each time I choose the gym over drinking, a new petal form. Each time I spoke up, instead of saying silence, a nettle petal form. And each time I served someone in need, and every time I stood up at the podium, despite my fear, my rose bloomed a little more. My faith in God has been the garden of my life, curing me, guiding me, and nurturing me. When I thought I was just another plant in a crowded field, God saw a rose with a unique purpose. He placed people in my life, mentors, staff, family, and friends, who watered my dreams and shielded me from the harshest winds. He gave me retreats, youth groups, and quiet moments of reflection so I could begin to see myself the way He sees me, worthy, capable, and beloved. Today, when people look at me, they might see a confident young woman, a leader, a role model, a Youth of the Year, a future Marine, a person of faith. They see the beautiful petals of success, the smile, the strength. But what they may not see are the roots and thorns, the battles I fought, the habits I broke, the tears I shed, and the prayers I whispered when no one was watching. Yet, those hidden parts of me are exactly what make my beauty real. I am a rose in full transformation, beautiful, protected, and still blooming. My name is Hadera Mayer Cedillo, and this is the only beginning of my garden.
Thank you, Hadera. Next, we will hear from Nola. Our finalist from our Prosper Clubhouse, please help me welcome Nola.
Hi, my name is Nola Federico. I'm 16 years old. And while attending the 2025 National Keystone Conference in Chicago, I had the opportunity to meet Jim Clark, the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club of America. While on stage, he asked, "What's the next big thing you can do to help others?" Think about that question for a second. My answer to his question is simply be there. Be present. Be there for the people around you. While you may not know what's going on in others' lives, they could be struggling from depression, family issues, or feeling alone. But you and I, we can make a difference. In my own life, I struggle with not having a father figure around, and my mom being diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer 2 years ago. Through those dark times, I found the Boys and Girls Club in Prosser. They made me feel welcomed and an unbelievable amount of support I had not felt before. I am happy to say the club is my second home, my safe place, a place I can go for kindness and support. And I want that feeling for others who do not have a safe place or need people around them to be supportive. The club has shown me support through our mentor program. giving me the opportunity to show elementary youth what a supportive and kind connection looks like. I've experienced this firsthand through playing games, helping with homework, and simply making bracelets. Being given this opportunity has made me see the importance of being a positive role model for others and has allowed me to impact our youth the same way the club has impacted me. I want to dedicate my future to being there for kids who need someone to understand them and be the voice they might not have. I want to show other youth that they do not need to be alone through tough times, no matter what it is. The club has helped me in so many ways. While struggling with my self-image and depression through those tough times, I felt like I had lost God. But through the club's kindness and showing me that I am not alone during these challenges, I had finally reunited my relationship with God. And I want other youth who are struggling to not feel alone like I felt, and show them that they do belong. Whether you are putting your faith in the Lord above or in yourself, by opening up new opportunities, you may find new ways to complete yourself, just like how I did through the club. As it says in Proverbs verse 3, 5-6, trust in the Lord and he will make your path straight. Trusting in God's timing or yourselves is worth waiting for. I want to give others that feeling of support and kindness. I want to be the voice for our youth and empower them to find their own. Just like how the club showed me that my voice and my opinions do matter. I want to show them that our past does not define who we are, because the future is ahead and they can make a difference. As your Youth of the Year, I want to use my skills to show our youth how to be there for themselves and each other, and shape our young leaders of America.
Thank you, Nola. And our final Youth of the Year finalist is from our Pasco Clubhouse. Please welcome Robert.
I'm not ready. I'm not confident. That's what I used to tell myself. But the opportunities came anyway. And instead of stepping back, I chose to step forward. Not because I felt perfect or fearless, but because I learned that growth happens when you say yes, even when you're unsure. And every time I said yes, something powerful happened. I learned, grew, and discovered more on who I could become. Those opportunities came from this club, this family. This place didn't just give me things to do. It gave me purpose through Keystone, Steering Committee, and service projects. The club didn't just open doors. It trusted me with responsibility. It challenged, supported, and shaped me. And so, I did not take any of it lightly. I worked hard and showed up for my team and for the youth. Every moment reminded me that leadership isn't about being in front. It's about lifting others while you move forward. Some people might look at everything we accomplished and say, "You've done enough. You made your impact. You can slow down now." But not me. Winning Youth of the Year wasn't my finish line. It was my spark. Being part of Steering Committee didn't satisfy me. It fueled me. Being recognized as the National Keystone Club of the Year has allowed me to see what's possible when a team dreams big, works together, and lifts each other up. It made me want to keep going, keep serving, and keep creating change. I feel more motivated now than ever because when you experience what this club could do in your life, you don't walk away. You step up even stronger. The club has shown me what community really means. It showed me that when you give to your community gives back. And even after everything we accomplished together, my story isn't over. I'm not done learning. I'm not done leading. I'm not done growing. As long as there's young people who need a voice, opportunities waiting to be turned into impact, and doors still to be open, I'll keep saying yes. So today, I felt grateful, driven, and humble. Grateful for every opportunity I've been given. Driven, because I know there's more to come, and we're right in the middle of something powerful. Humble, because God has placed me with people that I now call my second family. There's still more work to do, more people to serve, and more growth ahead. So don't think of this as the end of my story. Think of it as a moment to pause and say, stay tuned. My great future is just getting started. What's next?
Thank you, Robert. And congratulations to all 3 of our Youth of the Year finalists for all of your hard work, dedication, and passion for the club. It's inspiring to see. Makes me proud to be a club alum. Before we announce our organization Youth of the Year, we have a special musical performance tonight by Sam from our Prosser Clubhouse. Sam is a 10th grader at Prosser High School, and he's been a club member for the past 3 years. And we're excited to announce tonight, for the first time publicly, that Sam has been chosen to perform at the Boys and Girls Club of America's National Conference this April in Charlotte, North Carolina. Please help me welcome Sam as he performs Merry-Go-Round of Life by Joe Hisaishi from the movie Howl's Moving Castle. Thank you, Sam. Okay, it's time. You guys are so silly. Let's give our Youth of the Year finalists one more round of applause and bring them on stage. Thanks to generous support from Hanford Mission Integration Solutions, each of our Youth of the Year finalists will receive $500 scholarships, and our runner-ups will receive a $250 scholarship. Tonight's organizational Youth of the Year will also receive an additional $1,500. Thank you, HMIS, for your generous support. Now, May I have the award, please? I know, guys, I'm nervous too. Okay, the 2026 Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin Counties Youth of the Year is Robert Gomez.
I want to say thank you to everybody. I want to cry, but I don't want to cry in front of you guys. I just want to say thank you to HMIS for supporting me and helping me get this, amazing suit. I just want to thank my Pasco Clubhouse, my staff and everything, and I can't wait to continue this amazing journey and show us and represent our organization. Thank you.
Alrighty, thank you for joining us for our 2026 Youth of the Year celebration. Have a wonderful night.